Update tayo sa paghahanda ng House Impeachment Prosecution Panel para sa impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Kausapin natin ang isa sa spokespersons ng prosecution na si Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adyong. Magandang umaga at welcome po sa Balitang Hali.
Magandang umaga, Rafi. Magandang umaga po sa inyong mga taga-subaybay.
Opo. Paano po pinili ng House Prosecution Team yung mga kongresistang i-assign dun sa bawat articles of impeachment?
Una, of course, kailangan yung expertise ng bawat isa. I think more than that is yung division of labor eh. Kasi kailangan, importante ito na impeachment trial. Pakasaysayan po ito. So, yung articles, para po may lahad nila ng mas maayos ang magiging presentasyon nila, no, evidences, kung sakaling umabot doon sa punto na yung articles of impeachment ay pag-uusapan na. So I think it's more on having the expertise, no, because the people deserves nothing less but the accurate information that they deserve to know, no. So invested na masyado dito ang ating kababayan. So it's they deserve nothing less but the truth, no? And we can only establish the truth if there's an accurate information that will be provided to them. And the only way to do that is to have a specialized focus on particular articles so that they can effectively not only present their evidences but effectively argue before the Senate acting as impeachment court the cases and the allegations against the Vice President.
Paano po naghahanda ngayon itong prosecution panel?
The prosecution, nag-ano naman sila eh. Since na nagkaroon na po sila ng assignments, they are now preparing, no, ang kanilang magiging response doon sa, kasi today I think the camp of the Vice President has confirmed that they are in receipt of the summons to comment on the articles of impeachment. So non-extendable 10 days. So once they're done with that, the prosecution panel will also given 5 non-extendable 5 days to respond to the comments of the Vice President. I think because of the confirmation of the camp of the Vice President, that's one of the things that the prosecution would anticipate. Prosecution team would anticipate and how they would respond to the comments of the Vice President.
Ngayon na bago na po yung liderato ng Senado, ano po nakikita niyong implication nito sa gagawing impeachment trial ni VP Duterte?
Nakita naman natin na forthwith, no, na kinonvene ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano yung ating ang Senado na maging impeachment trial, no, court rather, no. So we anticipate that following the wearing of the robes and then convening the Senate into an impeachment court, we understand that the Senate is finally exercising their constitutional duty to try and decide the merits of the case. We understand that once the trial will start, na-anticipate naman natin with the evidences that the prosecution team will provide, hindi lang po ang Senado, but ang buong bayan po ang makikinig at makikilahok dito sa usaping impeachment na to. So we anticipate a favorable action from the Senate as an institution because they have already convened as an impeachment court, and they have already issued writ of summons for the camp of the Vice President with a non-extendable days of 10 days to comment on the articles, and also a non-extendable 5 days for the prosecution to comment to jumpstart the preliminary the pre-trial of the impeachment court.
Nabanggit nyo nga po yung mga senador yung boboto rito, pero mahalaga rin na makita ito ng taong bayan at mahimay yung mga ebidensyang ipipresenta ng prosecution team. Bakit po mahalaga na makita ito ng taong bayan?
Well, unang-una pinag-uusapan po dito natin ay yung konstitusyon. Though as ang Vice President po ang nililitis, pero ang lumilitis po talaga sa kanya ang konstitusyon. Dahil ang nakataya po dito yung accountability mechanism ng Constitution na sinasabi naman po ng ating batas, sa Ligang Batas, na wala pong nangunguna sa batas ng bayan. Ibig sabihin, no one should be above the law. Ay meron naman pong probable cause na na-establish during the confirmation hearings po ng Committee on Justice nararapat po na dahil ang Constitution po ang nakataya dito, nararapat lamang po ng ating buong taong bayan ay makita nila yung soundness ng mga allegations at saka yung mga evidences na may papresenta na talagang ang Vice Presidente ay kailangan litisin dahil mayroong violations sa Constitution, culpable violations of the Constitution, yung betrayal of public trust na nakasad doon sa Articles of Impeachment na napapaloob nung ginawa po niyang threats against the sitting President, the First Lady, the former Speaker, yung mga non-disclosure ng kanyang salin, yung mga confirmation ng AMLA na there were deposits made no na hindi nag-appear doon sa salin niya, yung confirmation po ng ICFAO na saying that the confidential funds have been utilized outside of the joint memorandum at yung pang sinasabi po ng ICFAO to restitute the 173 million pesos right away and for other portion of the confidential funds in the first, second, and third quarter of 2024 that was flagged by the COA as disallowed, meaning hindi tama yung paggasta. So these are all things that the public should know because nararapat po, because we are a public servant, nararapat po na yung accountability at saka yung responsibility natin to explain it to the people kasi sa kanila po talaga nanggagaling ang legitimacy ng ating opisina.
Bakit nyo po nakikita ang pagsubok o hamon yung pagkalat ng fake news sa gagawing paglilitis? Ina-anticipate nyo ba na magkakaroon ng troll operation against the prosecution team?
Ina-anticipate po natin kasi invested masyado ang ang mga kababayan natin at meron din naman po section na mga supporters ng Vice President para po magkaroon ng clarity ang ating mga kababayan dahil mismo ang mga recent surveys, no, lumalabas po na 69% according to Okta survey ay gusto po nilang umunsad itong paglilitis na ito. It's either, you can either oppose or agree to the position of the prosecution, but definitely the people deserves to know the truth, deserves to know a verified and factual information. Kasi unang-una, ang tumatayo po dito ang Constitution. Ang Constitution sinasabi po niya, merong accountability ang mga impeachable officers. Since tayo, yung mga impeachable officers, ang source ng kanilang legitimacy to continue serving as Vice President, in this case, the Vice President Sara Duterte, ay nanggagaling sa tao, ay nararapat lamang na ang taong bayan ay marinig nila at madinggin nila at makita nila itong mga evidences na ipapresenta ng prosecution. At the same time, marinig din nila, mabigyan ng opportunity at marinig din nilang defense kung anong magiging argumento nila to counter these evidences.
Sa punto po ito, may agam-agam pa ba kung dadalo ang Vice President o hindi dun sa impeachment trial?
Wala po tayong posisyon para sagutin yan, pero ang panawagan po ng prosecution team ay simula po nung nagkaroon tayo ng confirmation hearings ay makadalo sana ang ating Vice President kasi we are also in compliance with the principle of due process. Nakita naman po natin yan during the confirmation hearings ng Justice Committee. Unfortunately, hindi po sila dumalo. So ngayon, nasa depensa na po yan. Although ang position natin is dapat lang po dumalo ang ating Vice President.
Sa tingin niyo po gaano katagal yung itatakbo ng impeachment trial or at least yung presentasyon ng prosecution team dun sa mga ebidensyang kailangang ilatag?
Doon lang tayo magbabase doon sa confirmation ng binigay po ng kampo ng Vice President na na-receive na nga po nila itong itong summons to comment on the articles of impeachment. So ibig sabihin kung non-extendable days po yan ang binigay ng korte ay doon po tayo yung reckoning point natin para bilangin ng araw ay mag-umpisa po ngayon. Tapos pag let's say within 10 calendar days, mag-respond na po siya, mabibigyan din po ng 5 non-extendable days ang prosecution team para mag-respond doon sa naging komento. So, doon po yung ating basihan at doon din po magkakaroon ng pre-trial na pre-trial ang Senate at ang impeachment court. So, magsiset po yung actual trial date pagkatapos po ng pre-trial na yan. So it's really difficult for me to probably predict on how long or when will be the actual trial begin. Magdidepende po yan dun sa marking of evidences, presentation of potential witnesses during the pre-trial after the prosecution team has already responded to the comments of the Vice President on the articles of impeachment.
At this point, na-secure na po ba yung lahat ng mga tetestigo laban sa Vice President?
Sa ngayon po, the prosecution team is working on that. Wala pa pong pre-trial. Malalaman na po natin yan during the pre-trial because part of that is also the presentation of potential witnesses.
At kailan niyo po i-anunsyo yung pangalan ng mga makakasama niyong private prosecutors?
Baka po, baka doon na po sa pre-trial yan. Sa ngayon, ang tumatayo pong prosecution yung mga public prosecutors po natin composed of representatives from the House of Representatives na tatayo pong public prosecutors. And these are the 11 members ng prosecution panel who presented themselves the other day during their press conference.
Okay, marami po tayong abangan. Maraming salamat po sa oras na binahagi niyo sa Balitang Hali.
Maraming salamat, Sir Rafi.
Ang House Impeachment Prosecution Panel spokesperson, Congressman Zia Alonto Adyong.